What if the background music in your business could do more than just fill silence? What if it could actually increase sales, build customer loyalty, and define your brand? Our mission is simple: to help businesses like yours succeed by harnessing the strategic power of sound. We believe the right music can be a game changer, and we're going to prove it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA: viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
Hey, hi, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labor Lee, aka Cat Lee, or Cat Lee Woo, and
Ambitiously the podcast.
oh no, we gotta do that again. And
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
yeah, we gotta get that right. We can't be doing no sucker stuff over here. Like, you gotta hear that. But yes, you have come to the right place. Welcome to Ambitiously the podcast. Listen, today is a lovely day. It's crazy because I will talk about that in a minute. But today is a lovely day because today we take a break from the court cases and we jump into this Wet and Wired Wednesday. I'm honored to be able to talk about a documentary that a friend of mine and his cousin directed, and other executive producers for, and all of that good stuff. So I'm happy to have a conversation about that today, which we'll get to that in a minute. I'm thinking about, I don't know how I want to do that. Thank you, Doc, my friend. Thank you. I don't know how I want to go about doing this because I kind of want to show y'all some clips, but I don't. I want you to actually go and watch this for yourself. I just I just shared the link in the comments. So if you would like to go watch it, you can. But yeah, it's a thing. And I'm gonna tell you why it's a thing in a minute. But before I get into all of that, let me just do this because it's exciting to do this now that I fixed this situation. Hold on. I want to do this real quick. Give me a second. Today, a tiny bit. But we've been invited to get into these people's business, so we're going to talk about it. But before we get into any of that, few things that we need to discuss beforehand. Like, you can join the conversation. The number is 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. You can also shoot a text to that same number. Or you could drop a comment. If you call in, you'll be live on air. If you drop a text, I will read it out loud live on air. And if you drop a comment, it'll be on the screen. And I will also read that live on air as well. Listen, no, I'm going to do this first because I need y'all to know this. There are because sometimes we all need it. Hit us up, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast at gmail.com. Ambitiouslythepodcast at gmail.com. Either one will do. I answer both of them. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. Listen, it is what it is. Remember too, oh no, I'm putting that back on the screen and I gotta get this off for 2 seconds because I need y'all to know this. I need y'all to feel this when I put it up on the screen. And then plus this is my favorite way to do it now. We appreciate those so much, and I need you to know that in advance. Thank you. Thank you so much. What else? What else we gotta talk about? What else we gotta talk about before we get into the meat and potatoes of the situation? Check out our website, www.laboraleebookkeeping.com, www.laboraleebookkeeping.com. Yeah. And I put it in the comments, but I'm going to put it on the screen. This is the documentary that we are watching today. It's called I'm Sorry, Son. It was released in 2024. They're getting the buzz going for it right now. And I'm excited to talk about this documentary. I watched it twice. So we're gonna chat about it. And that's that. But I was able to put it in the comments, and I'm gonna see if later I'll put it um in the description, but it is there. Check it out for yourself. But I would like to talk about it. Very deep conversation. I would like to talk about it. Uh, Doc, baby, you ready? Okay. So I'm about to bring my boo Doc in real quick and have a conversation about this here documentary. Without further ado, I now introduce you to my partner in good, aka the employee of the show, Doc.
Cat,
Hi.
cat, cat.
Hi.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm
How you doing?
I'm getting it together. As you can see, I'm still nasally, but not as nasally as I was yesterday.
Mhm, mhm.
So it's coming together. You just gotta take the medicines and get the rest. I didn't even go walking today, which is a bummer. Well, it
Sorry.
was raining.
Oh,
It
what?
was raining, so it was like not really going walking anyway. But yeah, so that was a little bummer. But for the most part, I'm good. I'm getting better, so I'm happy about that. And I'm here.
And I'm glad you're getting better, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. Uh, Maybe when you
Yeah.
can't do the walking, you can mix it up with like some yoga or some
Well,
tai
that's the
chi.
crazy part because a friend of mine is a yoga instructor, but he's never instructed me on yoga a day since I've known him. I do other exercises. I do those in combination with walking, so it's
Okay.
not a one thing. You feel me? So it still makes it off balance because I'm not walking. Walking is my calisthenics. You feel me? And my therapy. So it's beyond exercise. That is my therapy. That's my time alone. Nobody
Okay.
can be like calling me mom, or my mom calling me, can you?
Daughter.
My, yeah, like nobody is like, it's just I'm alone. The most I might get is some crazy beeping. And then I just give them a crazy mean mug and they go ahead about their business. Or I cuss them out. Because
Hold
there
on.
are a few
You
people
say
that
crazy beeping in my mind. I'm like, you got a beeper? But I'm like, oh, I know what you mean now. I know what you mean now.
Nah,
Oh,
like
I,
crazy beep, beep,
no,
beep,
beep, beep.
beep,
So
beep, crazy
I
beep.
thought about it. I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
I do get
I'm walking and they're driving, so um
look.
but occasionally I get one of those and I either break them down with a mean mug or I cuss them out because they'll do stuff like pull in like I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing just because they want to talk to me. And it's
Look,
like,
males, us men. I understand it, and this kind of segues
how
into the.
presumptuous is that? That I'm gonna stop what I got going on just because you wanna holler at me. First of all, it is presumptuous of you to think that I'm just that desperate. I'm not.
It doesn't mean desperate though. This segues into when I watched the documentary. It was to me, it was a very different
Wait, we
insight.
don't get. Let's not get into the
Okay,
documentary
okay.
too fast because I was talking about what I was talking about. Um, and it does give you think I'm desperate. It very much gives that. That might not be what y'all perceive it as, but that's what it gives. It's like you think I'm going to just stop my whole entire world just because you pull over and want to talk to me. It's giving you think I'm desperate and I'm just eager to talk to you. That's what
Okay,
it gives.
okay,
You feel
okay.
me? So y'all know, because y'all might not think it gives that, but it gives that. And I ain't gonna lie, he is already my friend. We already cool. We already have a conversation, but it annoys me when my friend does it because he'll see me walking
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah, that's kind
wrong
of
walk and he'll go,
annoying.
"Bah, bah, bah," and I'm like, what so
Mhm.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
And not that he's a desperate individual because he's a very nice looking man and very well, he's very much in shape, but it gives for him crazy. So it gives different things for different people.
I agree. I fully agree with what you're saying because it makes sense
So
now.
for them it gives crazy. For them it gives like you think I'm just gonna stop what I got going on. For you, I don't even know you. Fuck, excuse me. Screw you. Why would I do that? You could be a psychopathic killer that want to take me out. Why would I do that?
Okay.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
it does give that. Whether y'all want to agree or whether or not. I mean, for men it's different because a cat call is like, oh, I'm just trying to holler at her. But for women, a cat call is never sex. So y'all know. It's a
I'm,
different way that you gotta go about doing that.
okay.
But today we are going to talk about this documentary. I didn't just want to jump into it. I wanted to segue in. Today we are going to talk about this documentary, and it is called "I'm Sorry, Son." Um, and although the title is "I'm Sorry, Son," it's way deeper than just the son. If you really watched it, like I said, I watched it twice because I like to make sure that I got my perspective is, what it is. Now, what did you take away from this documentary?
Um, First off, the documentary was really, really good. The
It is.
cinematography, the way it was shot,
That's the
uh,
same thing I said. Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's
for
the same
whatever
thing when
reason,
he asked me. I was like, the cinematography was amazing. But go ahead.
yeah, I'm a sucker for whatever. I do not know where this came from. Probably came from MTV hip hop videos. I'm a sucker for things that are presented in very black and white as an individual because
Yeah,
to me it's a very like I love particularly hip hop videos that are black and white. For whatever reason, I do not know
yeah,
what it is. But the
yeah,
scenes when they were doing the one-on-one interviews,
yeah,
when the it was some of the women that weren't on the panel when they were discussing
yeah.
stuff, that was a very stark thing to me because it makes it this or that. And I'm a person that appreciates shit
Right,
like that. But
right.
what did I think about it? To me, it was a very, in a weird way, introspective look at how women, particularly, let alone black women, live and operate through the world, even with the care of their children, particularly their son, because I'm sorry, son. That was a very thing because
Well, that's the
our
title of it, but they're not only talking about their sons, by the way, because he'll
no,
get me if I let that ride. He'll
no,
he'll crucify me if I just let that ride. It's just about the mom in general. But
yeah, all
sons
right,
are the focal point. So I
yes,
had to say
and,
that because that's my friend. I know him personally. I
mhm,
will get in trouble. So I
okay.
had to say
Well,
that.
I don't know the person that directed and the script writers. I read the names and everything, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But that was
Yeah.
a very interesting look. And This is what I'm going to say, and I don't know, but I'm assuming, so I'm making assumptions. I looked at it a very different way because I'm a man and I have a mother. Some of
Mm-hmm.
the women on the panel remind me of my mother, the way they stated things. And that's things like I would ask my mom, but they're stated in a very different kind of way for some of the women. And I noticed that to me, there was like the lady that I really like was the lady with the 50 years of hip hop, the older lady, because I also knew
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother and stuff. So she spoke a very certain way. But
Mm-hmm.
then the one lady who was the fighter, she reminds me a lot of my mom.
Right.
It was interesting, but it's like it's like if I had an inside look at a bunch of women that came together to have a brutally honest conversations about their experience in life.
Yeah,
It
their
was
experiences
very
in motherhood. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm a man. I wouldn't experience motherhood. I don't know what it is. All I know is to be a
Right.
son. And
But
there were
you're a
certain people.
son, so you
Yeah.
understand what it's like to have a mom who,
Mhm.
whether you have a two-parent household or a single-parent household, you understand what it looks like for your mom to love you as much as she does.
Yeah.
And you also understand that your mom had you at a younger age,
Mhm.
and so she was learning and she was raising you.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, you're completely right.
And that's
Because
the main perspective they want you to get out of the film. It's not, like I said, it's not just about science, although they base it on their science. And the woman who is like, I would say, like the main cast member, the lady who was talking at the end,
oh yeah.
she has a son. So
Mhm.
that's why it's called I'm Sorry Son, but it was a perspective of motherhood in general, being a mom.
Mhm.
Whether, like I said, you could be a single mom, you could be a wife, you could be anything, but at the end of the day, it's about being a mom. Um, but like you know what it's like to have a mom.
Yeah.
You know that part. You know what it's like to have a grandma. You know that part. So you kind of, as much as you might want to, well, I'm a man, so I don't know, but you know what it's like to be a son. So you get two different perspectives. There's a gentleman in this documentary. He passed away. God rest his soul.
I noticed
He
that.
spoke about being the second oldest of his
Yes.
mom's children, but he wound up taking the responsibility because his mom was a traveling nurse.
Mhm.
So she would only be home like once a month. So she expected him to keep everybody on one accord. And that was crazy to me because I'm like, he wasn't even the oldest. But everybody, you being the oldest, myself being the oldest, everybody has that experience where they had to have some kind of responsibility for their siblings.
Yeah. Look,
So that's why I say you get different perspectives. It's not just about being a mom to a son.
correct. And,
Like you get
and I
different
want to say this
perspectives.
because I just want to be open and fair. I keep in mind, I watch this as a man. I watch this as the oldest. I understand there was because there's some things to me. You know what this reminded me of a lot? It's like if I had a chance to put all the women in my family that have kids that are older together and had don't lie to each other, be honest with each other, have a fair conversation, and like I got a chance to
Mhm.
listen in. That's what it felt like to me because I'm telling you for real, there were some things I'm like, hmm, maybe that's why she did this, or maybe that's why. But there are, and I understand there's probably a little thing about this that I'm looking at from a male son's point of view. That it is a real thing to me. It's a real thing, and I'm there's I'm trying to be
Yeah, well, one is we know you're looking from a male point of view because you're a male. That's
yes,
the only point of view you can look at it from.
mhm,
You feel me? My vision is different because I'm a mom.
mhm. And I have a question for that because once I get realized what it was about, I had a question for you.
One
That was like my
second.
first. All right.
I'm a mom. I'm a daughter. I One of the ladies I identify with more because she didn't have her son until late
Mhm.
in the years, and I'm like, so it's when you're a mom, you look at it differently. And then when you're a child of somebody, not even just a daughter, just somebody's child, like somebody gave birth to you, you look at things differently as well. Because there's things that my mom, like, I'll give it like this. when I came into this world, my biological dad and my mom were married, right? They went through their thing, they got divorced. She was then a single mother trying to figure it out. She's working 2, 3 jobs to try to maintain and, give us a life that, is kind of somewhat comfortable, although we were poor. She was just making ends meet. And then she meets my dad, he's my stepdad, but he's my dad. I don't care what nobody says. Then she meets my stepdad, and they get together and they stay together for 30 some odd years, right? Um, yeah, 30 something years. My sisters are 30 something years, right? So I got all the perspectives. You know what I'm saying? I got to see it from, and it was one thing that was stated that was very, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that, which is basically the young woman was talking about us being responsible as moms. Because when you're a single mom, you think I gotta have a man around to help me raise my children or my child, or depending on how many you have, and then you wind up bringing these people around, but you don't even know if they're good for you, let alone good enough for your children.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Yeah, we got to stop that," and I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
That's why I don't bring people around my daughter, even if I invited somebody over. That's the big thing about living in this big ass house. Is my room and my daughter's room aren't even on the same floor. But even if I have company, she don't see my company. They don't see her. They're not around her. They know she's here. They know she exists. But I'm not having her sit in their faces and them sitting in her face. I'm not having them come and eating her snacks or none of that. That's not what we do over here. So I agree with her wholeheartedly. I'm wholeheartedly on that point there. Like, we gotta watch who we bring around our children, because a lot of these young men out here wind up taken to the streets because that is what they see.
Yeah, that was a very
Their mama's
on the nose
boyfriends,
point.
their auntie's boyfriends, their grandmother's
Yes,
boyfriends, like that's what they see. And so they think, all right, well, that's what I'm supposed to be. Mom is cool with that, so she'd
that's
be cool with
exactly the
me
line
doing
that
it.
was said in the documentary. Yes,
Yeah. And that's real. Like, mom is like, that's what mom go after. So it's all right if I do it. And if she say anything about it, then it's like, well, how you gonna say something about it when you doesn't that make you a hypocrite? Because you're dating a man who does that.
and this is why I really love this documentary, because it gave me. And I'm sorry, I'm very resonant on this. It gave me the perspective if I had the chance to talk to certain people in my life, and I'm like, but you did this though. But then there's a thing, and this is one thing they really didn't. Well, the one lady talked about it, but she talked about it in a very special way. She talked about the
Uh-huh.
ability that mothers or just women have the ability to control people's thoughts. It's either the man that wants something from you or your son or your child that wants to impress you. She said that, and I was
Right.
like, that's kind of what you think. But if you already gave
It
me the
is. It's no
okay to
kind of,
either
it's a
be this,
fact.
yeah. So if you already gave me the
Like,
okay
this is
because
one
you
thing I
accept
want
it,
you to understand before we go further into this. It's nothing that you don't have to break it down like I'm disagreeing, because I'm not disagreeing with you at
yeah,
all. I don't have no disagreement. I feel basically the same way that you feel. So that's that.
yeah,
But yeah, it's a fact. We do, us as the mothers, because we are the nurturers, because we do care for the children more than the men do. We are the ones that kind of maneuver the thought process. I'm gonna go to my kid. My kid seeks my approval. I say that all the time. And I don't spank like, I don't spank or put my hands on my daughter. I could just tell her I'm disappointed in her, and that'll hurt her feelings. That's an example of that.
that's a, I mean, this is a real.
Now you turn it around to the man that the woman may be dating or with or in a relationship with, and she go to him and she tell him certain things, and that dictates his thought process about how the household should be, and what his role is in the household and all of that stuff. It starts with the woman. It does. It definitely does. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is a fact. It starts with the woman. I know a lot of times we go through this thing where some men, oh, well, the man, but listen, Oh dang, Tupac, you about to come up in here real quick. But he said
Mhm.
we came from a woman, got our name from a woman. You feel me? Like the woman is where it starts and ends. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts with her. If she
Yes.
doesn't give birth to that child, there will be no child to give birth to.
Your
If she
introduction to the
don't give
world.
you no cool, she don't give you no coochie, then y'all can't procreate. Y'all can't make children.
Yeah.
You feel me? Y'all
But
can't even
also,
get close, let alone make children.
but there's a
So it
eh,
does start right there.
yes.
Go ahead.
I know. Look, I assume I know you. But there is a catch with that because they also covered this during the documentary too, what I found kind of interesting. You're strong. You could do it on your own. And one key part I kept
We don't
noticing,
want to be strong. We don't want to do it on our own. I keep telling everybody I want to
right?
be in a soft girl phase of life, but
There's a
I
what's the but?
can't.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and this is me something because I watched it 2 times too, because there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to make sure I could talk about.
Right. Go ahead.
The whole thing was being strong because the trauma, the childhood, all that stuff. But then, and I've always said, I remember figuring this shit out in high school, which always kind of tripped me out. But it's so different now because it's more acceptable. It's the sense of wanting attention a certain way. There, that occurred a
No,
lot. And then
that soft shit, like us not wanting to be strong, don't have nothing to do with attention. That's just what we have to be as black women. And
there,
I need
yes,
people to stop thinking that. That's not a thing that we seek out. We looking for attention, so we strong. No. Matter of fact, y'all don't even be liking that shit.
no,
She too
yes,
independent.
you
She
were
too
correct with
strong.
that.
She too this. But what y'all fail to realize is that we have to be that way. We don't have a choice in the matter.
Okay, but
No
that's
ifs,
what I'm
and
saying.
buts about it's not an optional thing. It's just what we have to be as black women, not as women, as black women.
I agree and I understand. And this is why this
And you got to take
documentary,
that back to even back all the way back to like
yeah, all
slavery
right.
and shit. Like we've
Yes,
always had to be strong. So
yes, yes.
that's not
And
an option,
I'm
and it's not
agreeing
an
with you on
attention
that.
seeking thing. What?
There's it's almost like this should have been a watch together thing because there's certain things that
I
was said that
wanted
I'm
you to
like,
watch it by yourself. I don't like watching documentaries with other people, so it's
okay,
not a
fine,
watch
fine,
together thing. I put
fine,
the
fine
link.
and fair
Like I
enough.
do everything. Listen, I do everything with purpose. I know what
Mhm.
my purpose is and why I do things the way I do stuff. So no, I wouldn't have never watched it with the audience. And matter of fact, he's coming. One of them are coming on the show, so I don't want to do it like that. I want everybody. That's why the link is shared because if they could go watch it for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it wasn't a watch together thing. You needed to watch it alone. I needed to watch it alone so I could
So
get my perspective and you could get your perspective. And
and
they
this is
not the same perspectives. I don't ever want us to have the same opinion. Sometimes we'll agree, sometimes we won't. But I don't never want it to be like, oh well, because he said this, I agree with. No, the shit agree with I agree with. The things I don't agree with, I just don't agree with. So it's not a wash together thing. It's not even an agreement thing. It's just really, I'm telling you, as a black woman, as
mhm.
a mother, as a single mother, because that's what I am. Um, nah, we don't want to walk around strong. And I agree with her wholeheartedly. Like, man, we get tired of being strong. Sometimes I would like to be in that situation where I could just be the soft, delicate cat, but I can't. You know why I can't? Because I'm a single mom who has to take care of somebody else and keep them alive. And I've done good so far because I kept her alive so far for 14 years.
Yeah,
So I can't be soft even when I want to be. It's not an option. It's not a choice. It's not a we get to make the decision. No, we have to be. Even if you marry, you still have to be because you gotta have his back. You gotta have the kids. You gotta be there for the kids. You still have to be. It's just the load lightens a little bit when you have somebody else there
okay.
to help you carry
Um,
through. But that don't go nowhere. We don't have no choice as black women of whether or
all right,
not we get
so
to.
hear me out.
We don't
Can
get a choice.
I be heard out a little bit?
What?
I say, can I be heard out a little bit? Because there was a counterpoint that somebody else on that panel made too, though. Do you
All right.
remember
What's
the
the
lady?
counterpoint? You don't gotta ask me that. Okay, go ahead, Doc. Go
The
ahead.
one lady that said when you got the dude that showed up, he put gas in your car, he took care of your brakes, and she said, "There's a thing in me because I had to be strong. Why did you do it?" And she said, "I have to learn not to self sabotage." I think that does happen a lot more, but
It
it was
does.
very
That happens a lot, period. Not a lot more. That's just been life for women. Black women. That's what I'm saying. It's things that we just can't escape. We don't have no choice in it. I sabotage all the time. I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But do you get like that was because I thought that was super. I'm like, wait, so she knows if that dude is like, hey, I'm trying to rock with you, I'm trying. But if I do
It's
the
the
even if
fear.
it's like the off, it that's the
But
fear.
y'all
But
want it to
they
be
no,
so simple, like, oh, well, you see this dude trying. No, it's the fear. Now, how many dudes before him did she have that wasn't doing that type of stuff?
and that could have been 1,000. No, and that's the cool thing that it gave me. I'm trying to balance between what I'm saying. I thought it was very interesting what she said because to me that was kind of close to the first time I heard a woman actually say that. It's like that's why I don't like the nice guy type shit. But then it was also, yeah, I believe because they all said after all this stuff, it's fear of if I expect it's or what they said it was the disappointment of if I don't want to ask for help because I just want to take care of myself, I just don't want to be disappointed if I ask you for something and you don't do it. That's real shit to
And
me.
I got
It
to do
makes
it myself.
sense.
I'm that person. So I understand that wholeheartedly. That's not like amazing to me because that's something that I never ask for help. Listen, these bills for this podcast, they got to get paid. None of this we doing right now is free. Do I ask for help? No, I don't. My kid, she has to eat, sleep, shit, wake up, go to school, all of that. Do I ask for help? No, I don't. Because it is embedded in us as women, black women. Again, not all women are the same. Black women, it has been embedded in us since we've been here to
Mm-hmm.
be that way. Our
Yeah.
mothers had to be strong, and their mothers have had to be strong. How my grandma had 13 kids. She motherfucker right. She had to be strong, and she wasn't married to none of their fathers. She was taking care of them by herself. You damn right she had to be strong. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that's embedded in us. And it's not a thing that y'all can change and be like, well, but if the nice guy. No, it's the fear. I've been with dudes before you. They've hurt me. They've not been there. They've not done nothing. And I was left doing it all alone by myself. So I kind of got used to doing it. So it's not easy to turn that on, turn it off. It's not a light switch.
And
It's
that's
your
the part
survival
that
mode.
and I don't want this to get lost in translation, but that's kind of the thing that's why I like this documentary. I'm still resonating on this is like if I got to sit down with all the women in my family that are older than me, and because I tell them when they do interesting shit, I'm like, but you know this man is nah because of and I don't want it to sound negative or bad because this gave me
But you're a
oh
man,
this
so
is
you can't tell them shit about what the fuck they be going through. That's my point. That'd be my whole point. A man can never tell a woman about what it is, her emotions or affections. Like, you can't tell her that. Even though
right.
she might have that good man sitting in front of her, but her fear is always going to outrank what you have to say.
Yeah, and that's the
Why?
thing
Because
that
she's
this
been through things before you even said something. She's been through things before she even met that man.
yeah, and that's the part that I'm trying to say is like that gave me so oh it really is the fear of it's always because they said that in I don't know if somebody said it specifically or in word for word, but that was a thing because they talked about trauma. I think what I'm correlated to, they use the word trauma, the past childhood trauma, the grown up trauma, the quote unquote or quote daddy issue trauma. It's a bunch of the trauma that they carry because it was the thing. If you the person that always had to be strong, when does it happen when somebody say, "Are you okay?" That was real shit.
Never.
Because I'm like, you know what? Other than me being
You
my
know how
mother's
often
son,
I get asked that question?
mm,
Never. Never. Never the fuck does anybody ask me, am I okay? I'm here. But nobody,
but
and
that's
then everybody will, well, I wonder why you like, because that's why. Nobody
yeah.
says, are you okay? If I say I'm sick, nobody's saying, well, let me take care. Nobody's doing that. I got to take care of me and I got to take care of the sick kid too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it'd be a lot of stuff. So it's nothing that you can say as a person that's going to change what my circumstances are. The only person that can change that is me. So you could talk till you blue in the face to all of the people. You could be like, "He's a good man, Savannah." I had to say that one more time,
That you
just
brought that up the
because.
other day. How many times have you watched Waiting to Exhale? That's how I remember it now.
How if it ask any woman how many times she's seen "Waiting to Exhale"?
But
A
that's
lot,
one of the movies,
a
though.
lot. A
Ain't
lot of
nobody
women
think
have
they're
watched
wrong
that
with it.
movie because it resonates to a lot of our lives. So
And
yes, a lot of
yes,
us have watched that movie a couple of times.
and the
And
only
the
thing I'll
mama said, "He's a good man, Savannah." You can say all of that till you blue in the face, but guess what? Her fears, her internal, because this is internal. This has nothing to do with you. This is internal.
okay.
I watch people be abusive to me in more ways than one, whether it be physical, mental. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, I've been through that. I've been in abusive relationships. Nothing you say can change. None of that. I've been there. I've done that. That's happened
Hmm.
to me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Um, I've been through relationships and they cheated. That's abuse. You feel me?
Yeah.
That hurt. That messes with your mental. There's nothing nobody can tell me about that. Now, the one thing that I can say I do have is the discernment. I can recognize the green flags and I can recognize the red ones immediately. And as soon as I
Hold on.
see one red flag, you out of here. That's why I'm single right now.
All right. So I got a question now, and this is coming from the thing,
All right.
the documentary that I
Give me
kind
the
of recognize
question. Give
though.
me the question. Give me the question. What's
Do
the
you
question?
recognize the green flags more now, or you recognize the green or red flags more now? Because in the documentary, I noticed a lot of them say I was younger. That's always the thing. I was younger, and I'm not gonna say all the
I
things that they
never
said.
recognized the no. Let me say this. When I was younger, I never recognized the green flags.
Okay.
I didn't even recognize the red flags because you're young. Your mind is not ready there yet. It's not there yet. That's why I'm glad I didn't have my kid until I was in my 30s. Because really, to be honest, the woman's mind is not developed until she's 25. So how could she recognize any of that? All she knows is
What
she's
did
looking
I
for
say
love.
earlier?
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, she's looking for love in all of the wrong places. She can't recognize that shit. So no, when I was younger, I did not recognize a red flag, a green flag. I didn't even know there was flags.
So explain.
But
If
now
you
that
don't
I'm
mind.
older,
Hmm.
now that I'm older, I see the green flags. I also see the red flags. And sometimes the green and the red can come at the same time.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's
You
true.
feel
That's
me?
true.
Sometimes they could come at the same time. Sometimes he could be perfect in this way. Well, not perfect because nobody's perfect, but he could be great in this way. But this shit right here will be the shit that'll be his demise as far as I'm concerned. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think it's just about figuring out when it comes to that, when it comes to matters of the heart, it's just figuring out what you're capable of dealing with.
Facts. Facts. All right.
That's it.
I have a bunch of stuff that I put to the side to ask. I don't know how you would handle this, but
Go ahead. Keep going, Doc. I don't
um
want to. What's the next thing?
this is your stuff. Uh
Yeah. Go ahead.
my
What's the
next
next
thing
thing,
is
though?
there was an interesting part in the documentary because I both my parents are like this, but my mom, because I'm a son of a mother, son of a, I don't know. But the brutal honesty, because the one lady said balance between the, and she was the younger lady on the panel. She said balance between what you
Okay.
want to tell your kids and how honest you want to be. My mother is brutally honest, but and this
I
is
am
me,
too.
and there's a thing. Oh, so I'm connecting two things together. It was also the point of because somebody said this. I don't want my son to be a punk. I don't want my son to be this. That's a weird, interesting balance. Because I also like, and I'm covering three things at once. I'm sorry. The one younger lady
Yeah.
too, who
I
has a
need you to
son.
stay on one at a time so I can stay focused.
Okay,
Because
which one do you want
I
to
get
talk about?
confused.
All right,
I
so
don't know. I'm trying to figure out what you had a lot combined.
all
So
right,
I'm trying to
I at
figure
least
out the first
all
question.
right.
What's the question?
If you was the mother of a son, let alone you are the mother of a daughter,
Right.
how would you raise your son? Especially with saying you have to be this so nobody treats you like this. Because
Well, the
also,
same way I raised my daughter. I'm
okay,
honest. You feel me? Like, I give her honesty. No, same thing I tell her. Listen, don't be going around being no fucking bully. But at the same time, somebody mess with you, beat their ass. If you have a baby, I'm an outside grandmother. So you raising that motherfucker by yourself because you shouldn't be out here fucking. I'm that kind of mother.
Okay.
Even though she said I'm never having grandchildren, which is wow. But if you have children at a young age, you will be raising them. My son, if you get somebody pregnant, you gotta take responsibility because I'm not raising no. That's a punk to me, a man that don't step up and take care of his responsibilities. Although he took the time to lay out with the young lady and get her pregnant, so no, we not doing none of that. I will be honest with him. I find that when you honest, life is a lot simpler than it is when you try to pussyfoot around the idea of it. Like,
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
like when even now when it comes to the conversation about sex, parents are so scared to have the conversation. I'm not saying go watch a porno. I mean a porno with your kid, but what I am saying is they have to know what what happens, the things that come along with doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So for
funny
me
enough,
being a
pornos don't show
mom,
that.
huh?
Cornos don't show that though. They just show the act of. They don't show if.
But that's where it gets lost. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, oh well, we just do that, and then they make it look good, so it look good, and so we do that. You feel me? Nobody's having a conversation like, do you know that when you do that, there's a possibility that you could catch some kind of disease? Do you know that when you do that, you know that there's a possibility that you could get pregnant or you could get her pregnant? They don't have those conversations. And when they find a porno, because I ain't gonna lie, I found how I got introduced to sex was finding a porno. A lot of people finding magazines and porno, especially in our age bracket. That's how a lot of people got introduced to it, but nobody was having a conversation. Like, if you do this, this can happen. So that's where you step in as a parent and be honest. Listen, if you have sex, you could catch something if you don't use protection. When you have sex, you can have a baby. And now you're responsible, and now you're a parent. And what makes it worse is that you're a young parent. So the same way I would raise my daughter, just honesty. I'm not I don't think as far as whatever my children like, they like. I'm not here to tell them what they should and should not like. That's not my job. My job is to make sure that they are well taken care of, come out the best they can be, which I say that at the end of every show anyway, and I stand on that. Make sure that they the best that they can be, and that they're happy, and that they're disciplined. My job is not to tell them, well, don't be this, and don't be that. I can't.
So
Again, that goes back to people taking people free will. Once they get a certain age, now I am in charge of things. Like, my daughter can't just be like, I'm leaving and going to my best friend's house. She can't do that, and she knows she can't. She come to me, Mom, can I go? And I'll think about it. You feel me? But it's a certain level of pussyfooting around when it comes to your kids, and especially when they're teenagers. That's when you should be having a conversation the most. Because
in
if they
that part,
know, then they not going out here doing nothing stupid, huh?
so I said kind of that close that part of my question was because the one she was a younger woman on the panel. She did say there is a thing about being too honest with your kids or not. So you said you're gonna be full blown. This is what happened. This is what goes down.
I am that now.
Okay. And then it was a thing of kind of the quote unquote, and I forgot how they kind of brought it up. It's the secrecy part because they said, "Do you really know about your parents?" And for some of them, it was more like, "I don't know shit about my dad." But then it was kind of the balance
Yeah,
between
because
my
the
mom was
dad
telling me
is
everything.
rarely in the household. That's
So
why.
okay,
That's why. I'm be honest with you. I know more about my stepdad than I did about my biological dad. It's facts. Everybody don't grow up in a two-parent household.
Hmm.
So it's kind of impossible to know about a person who is not there. You feel me? Unfortunately, and I hate to say this on this podcast, but I'm honest.
Don't
My
say it
daughter
then.
is gonna have that same affliction. She is not going. She can know what I'm able to tell her. The one beautiful thing, and I love that that was said on the documentary too, which is one of them women was like she never talked bad about my dad though.
Okay, fair.
She
No,
never said nothing crazy about my dad to me, and I stand on that because I do not do that with my daughter.
Mhm.
Like whatever she's going to feel about him, she going to draw her own conclusion of what she feel about him. It's not going to me be in her ear like daddy ain't shit. Nah, nobody's doing that.
Okay.
Like that's whack to me. So yeah, no, sometimes people don't be knowing shit about one of their parents, if not both their parents. I say with my baby father, um, he know a little here, a little tidbit there, that you know what I mean about his parents, but he really didn't know them. You feel me? His dad was an older man and had 19 children. His
Okay.
mom was a fiend, so you know what that means. Bars,
But
but
that's also all right. Mom was a fiend. You know what that means? I already damn. But that goes into the
I
part
bars.
where
Sorry.
because there was a weird. I had to play it back because it was something that was said. And I'm like, wait, did she really say that? When hey, look, I had to, and I could. I don't know if it was. I get the sentiment of it, but I don't know the exact word. It was like, hey, the school closed rent. I had to bust it open for this old man, and I played that part back. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
you don't want to tell your you don't tell your child that you
and
had to bust it open
that
for
plays in
rent
the
money.
thing.
Or you don't tell, but that's common sense. That's not even a question that should be asked. I mean,
But
she
then
said it in a
how?
documentary, but common sense is like, why would I say that to my kid?
But then how much of a
And
real
then
parent?
traumatize them for the rest of their lives. Why would I say a thing like that?
I don't know.
Like,
But oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, the common sense say you don't say I had to bust it open for old man so I keep the lights on. Like, who?
But
Nobody's saying that to their
and
kid. I mean,
and
it
this
is
is
some people
no.
out here that'll say some trifling
But
shit like
this is
that
the
to their
crazy
kids.
thing to me
But
though.
if you're a good parent, if you a good mom, not a perfect mom, because no mom out here is perfect. But if you're a good mom, you know the things that you should be saying to your child and the
So
things that you should not be saying to your
so
child.
this is the conflict that me and my parents had. But it was funny because this is why I said this gave me a very interesting perspective in a certain way. So if you're a good mom, you at least lie a little bit. It's like a Santa Claus type shit.
No, that's not lying. That's omitting. I'm not. Why do I have to have that conversation with her?
Okay, cool. No, I was just asking. I
That's
was
not
just
a lie.
asking.
I'm just not talking about it.
Okay, all
Now,
right.
if she came to me and said, "Ma, have you ever?" Because this is where the difference. This is how it differs. If she came to me and said, "Ma, have you ever busted open to pay the bills?" If I did, if I had ever done that, then I gotta be honest. Yeah, I did, but I wouldn't recommend. You feel me? I did
Okay.
it so we
Okay.
could, you know what I mean? Da, 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 da. But that's not a question the kid is coming to their parent and asking either.
Look, you don't know me as a kid, but I get what you're saying. Like
So
I asked
you
her
all
everything about.
walk up to your mom and be like, "Mom, did you ever bust it open for rent money?"
Yes, I'm
You
inquisitive.
know how disrespectful that is, and I swear to God, I never wanted you to get smacked in your life, but that'll be the day that I hope she smacked the shit out there
No, because my
because
mom
that's
knows
so
who I am.
disrespectful.
Because if I told
Why
her,
is it your business who she busted open for? First of all, it's
hold
her
up, I'm gonna tell you
pussy.
why. I'm gonna tell you
It's
why.
not, no, hold up. You hold up.
Okay.
It's her pussy. Why she gotta explain to you or give you information about who she busted open for? That's first. Other than your father, you know that because you're here.
Mhm.
That's one. Two, like how disrespectful is that to walk up to any woman for that matter and ask her who she busted open for? That's just disrespectful. So that day, I don't want you getting smacked for real. But that day, I hope she smacked the shit out you.
No, this
I
never happened
did
to me.
because that's the most
But
disrespectful thing you
there's
could
another
do as
thing
her
that the
son
other woman
is
said
ask her who she
about.
gave her pussy to.
But listen, what I'm saying.
What?
There's two other things in the panel that was going on. The one lady who was super young,
Nah,
she said
you
no.
said you would ask your mother who she busted open for.
No, I
I'm
would.
addressing that, not the two
Yes.
things
All
that's
right.
in the panel.
So
I'm
me.
addressing that.
All right. So I'm an extremely
But
inquisitive
what was the
person.
other thing?
Wait, which the other thing?
Yeah, you said it was two other things going on
Oh no, I
in
said on
the
the panel. There
document.
was two interesting stories on the panel. It was the thing about if I don't want to be embarrassed because my child is a reflection of me. So you always want to keep shit clean. That one lady said, "No, my baby has to be look everything taken care of because if you don't look good, then they even me as a young mother, they're gonna it's your reflection of me."
But
She
that
said
goes back to not lying to them, but omission. You're not telling them.
that. Okay,
Because why is
that's
that a
your part.
conversation that you have to have with a kid?
Because then fast forwarding, the other lady
Because what?
who had the story about she had to leave her child at home to go do something, and then she became the woman that you don't care about your kids, is leader, and that was rumors. And she said, "You know what?
Okay, but that
I don't
don't
want to
mean
push
you
rumors."
gotta tell your kid that you busted open for somebody.
But and that's one thing. But what if the
That
kid comes like,
that was
"Mom,
a
did you really
rumor.
leave me at home? Why do I live with dad now? Did you really leave
Because
me at
baby,
home?"
I had to go out here and get this money so we could eat, so I could put food on the table. That's why.
But that was
But
the
it's
thing. And
not
she
because
said,
I
"You know
went and
what?
busted open. No, there's a difference. It's not because I went and busted open for a man so I could get some money. There's a difference. Babe, I went outside so I could get out and get some money because we had to eat. I don't want you in here starving. That's a difference.
But
It's a
she didn't
difference in
mind if
the
that was even the
conversation.
rumor." And she that's the thing that I'm like, if it didn't happen, then say no in any regard of it. And I
But
will go with you on the
even if
omission
all
part.
right, so if even if it's a rumor, even if it's
Mhm.
not a rumor, even if it is a rumor, I say no, and then what? The child still has a brain. They still can think for themselves. They could believe the rumor, they could not believe the rumor. What's the difference? You just don't go and give out that kind of information.
Which and I'm cool with you on that because it makes sense to me. Because you do you've done the thing that I understand, but I realize how people get mad about it. I don't think omission is lying. I'm more of a person. If you didn't ask the question, there's no reason for you to answer that. I believe in that.
Why are
I'm
we
with you
having
on
a
that
conversation? Right.
because
That's not lying.
there's a thing about the one lady did say when everybody told her son, you know why you got to go stay with your dad and all that stuff in a roundabout way is because your mom left you at home. The only thing that tripped me out is like she just agreed with it, but she also kind of admitted I didn't want that responsibility anymore, which was kind of interesting to
She
me
was
because I'm like,
young also. And you make a lot of stupid ass decisions when you're young and you have children. She didn't have him when she was a grown. She had already had a kid, was young, and then
mhm,
had another kid.
yeah,
Because we can't
but
omit that part. That's why y'all need to watch this documentary so y'all can
no,
understand
this documentary is
exactly
really
what
good, y'all. It is really really good.
like
It's
what
really
we're
really good.
talking. So y'all can understand exactly what we're talking about because it sounds like a bunch of chaos and drama, but it's really not. If you watch the
No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
documentary, then you'll understand. Um, but I say that's about that particular situation where they went and told her son why he had to go with his dad. Family be fucked up too.
Oh, mm, solid, solid,
They do
solid.
a lot of shit sometimes, and you be like, "Why the fuck are you doing that?" But they think in their minds that some kind of way they're right. I know this. I experienced this.
I
You
believe you.
feel
I
me?
believe you. I
In
believe
real
you.
life, real time, right now. You feel me? Family do shit like that. The whole thing is, are you going to be the weakling and let them win, or are you going to be the strong one that you can't? You know what I mean? And be like, fuck them, and I'm gonna do what I need to do anyway, and we gonna be all right.
All right. So real quick,
But family be fucked up sometimes.
I agree.
And
But
they shouldn't have been saying that to that child anyway. That's not a conversation
Cat,
that you had with a child. Listen, you
okay.
got to stay with your
Cat, think
dad
about
because
what
your
you
mother
said.
got to get her stuff together real quick.
But Cat, think what you said. You just said the thing that the word being strong. Is it more being strong or is it less of being vulnerable? Or is it more being vulnerable and less of being strong?
No, it's being strong if you're saying, like, I got to do what I got to do to make sure my kid is good. That's being strong.
All right. What's being vulnerable?
There's no question about that. That's being strong.
What's
Because
being
you could
vulnerable?
do the weak thing and be like, well, fuck that kid and go do some other shit and do what you want to do, which in essence, that's what she wound up doing. And that's nothing to do with vulnerability. It's about, all right, I don't want to be, already got a kid and that's already a hassle, da 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 da. I didn't want to do it. And she said, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I was outside.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
So what's more
Now,
important?
mind you,
Being okay.
mind you, I'm a single mother right now in this real time as we speak. And it's not a day. And I get out every once in the blue moon, which is really, really every once in the blue moon. You could ask my daughter right now, she'd be like, shit, I'll be trying to put her out the house. You feel me? She do. She'd be like, Mom, you could go out. And I'll be like, I know, but because I done did this so much, I don't have nowhere to go. But well, I could go on dates, but
I got a joke.
it's really in me. But at the end of the day, I'm out here working hard. I'm trying to maintain and all of that shit. That's my strength. I'm trying to make sure she good, and she always got her roof over her head, and she always okay. That's strength. The fact that you are not being selfish and you're thinking about somebody above yourself, that is strength, not vulnerability, strength.
Okay.
Or you could be the other way and be like, fuck it, go ahead, go stay with your daddy. I could have did that.
Okay.
I could have did that. But I didn't do that because my strength and my maternal instinct says be a mother and take care of your kid. Everybody don't have those instincts though. Everybody is not the same.
I don't
always say don't put everybody in the box. Huh?
Wait, can I get my joke off first, or you want me to say the statement in response to what you just said?
No, go ahead, because you don't. Go ahead.
Kat, I got Annex and Pat tickets in Jamaica. You want to go?
You lying.
I know I'm lying, but that was the joke.
Don't ever include him in your joke because it is not funny.
I know. All right,
fair. Play about him.
That was the joke.
Do not play about him. My mother said I got a type because listen, hear me out. My mother said I got a type because he is a light-skinned drummer and my ex is a light-skinned drummer. Don't play about them. Give the drummer something. I mean, really, I gave the drummer something. But don't play with Anderson like that. Don't do that.
That was my joke. It was just a joke.
No, don't joke about him. Don't put him.
Don't
try to make him the butt of your jokes. Don't play with me and tickets to see him because don't play with me like that. I love him too much. I really did. I love that man. Matter of fact, I listened to him before I came in here to do the show. Don't play with Anderson. It was a couple. It wasn't no one song. It was multiple songs.
All right. So that was the first part. The second part was. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, I was going to say it was multiple songs, multiple albums. It was No Worries. It was a couple of things. He got some joints with Chris Brown, although we already know what you're going to say about him. But he got some songs with everybody. He got songs with Andy Gibbs. I said that yesterday. So, you know what I mean? It was multiple songs. I don't have no one song. Like, I just be turning on one song. Nah, it'd be like a playlist. But go ahead. What's your next thing?
So, the thing about what is kind of linked to this, about enjoying your life. It's like kind of in a way of Stella Got a Groove Back and Baby Boy. If you made a decision when you were young and it was a decision you made, and yes, you created a life. Even the woman that went to Seattle, which is I love her story because she was, I ain't gonna do that, and she did it anyway. You was young.
Accident. Go ahead.
But
I don't want to tell all the story, but go ahead.
All right. But then, all right, you're here now. Is it a thing that you completely flip a switch? And there is a special part in my mind, like you were older. A lot of their stories are
actually when she had her son, she was older. By the way,
but what did she still want to do? Her mama said, she said, my mama told me.
What makes y'all think that once we have kids, our lives stop? We still have a life.
No, not stop. She changed it over. And that's why her son is G as hell. Because he said, my mama life was super different from how she raised me and everything. And she's like, no, it's me and you. We got to do this, boom, boom. But to me, I'm like, wait, if your mama told you not to do this, and you went and you told your mama, I'm not doing it, but you did it anyway.
Woman. That goes back to Desiree and Demori. If I'm grown as fuck and I want to go get fucked, then that's what I'm going to do.
They know a lot of your mom be like, Mom, yeah, I'm going to
There's nothing my mama can say about it. My mama didn't tell me not to get, my mama didn't tell me not to get, actually, she encouraged it. Like, you still don't got no kids. But if that's what I want to do and I'm a grown-ass woman, then that's what the fuck I'm going to do.
Yeah, but she still lied to her mother, though. She said, I ain't, but
She told her mother she wasn't going to do that. That wasn't necessarily a lie. She didn't go there with the intention to get pregnant.
Did she come back?
Yeah, she came back pregnant, but that was not her intention when she went. So that wasn't a lie.
Okay.
It wasn't like she was focused. I'm going to Seattle to get pregnant. That's
She
not
said
what happened.
no, she did. That is what happened. It's not what she said though. But here nor there,
That's
that
not
was the
what her
thing.
intention was. That's just what happened. She went to Seattle and got pregnant, but she didn't go there to get pregnant. She never went there to get pregnant.
Hmm.
She went there.
There's
Then
some
did she go there
disconnect.
for a man? Yeah. But it was not to get pregnant. That wasn't her intention. So when she told her mother,
So,
I'm not, that's probably what she really meant. And then things happened and she got pregnant. Listen, I had sex with my daughter's father one time and got pregnant. It don't happen like that. It don't happen like this is my intention. That was not my intention.
but
I
okay,
never intended to get pregnant. I was living my best life. I was on my fucking way to Paris.
and this is where it gets
That's
complicated.
not how that works. That's not
It
how God works, and that's not how the womb works. So no, she didn't go there intentionally to get pregnant. Now, did her mother said don't do it? She said I'm not, and then came back pregnant. Shit
but
happens.
and Kat, I'm being fair with you. Me and you literally said earlier, or you said earlier,
But
if you not gonna do it, you're not gonna do it. And omission is one thing. So either she knew she's like, well, maybe I
I'm
would, or
not
maybe
going
I
to do
won't.
what? I'm not going to go and intentionally get pregnant. No, I'm not intentionally going to get pregnant.
And also, me and you
What?
agreed earlier in the conversation that you don't understand what happens if you don't wear protect. This is literally what you said. Because I agree with you on
That's what
that.
I tell my kid now.
So
That's what I said.
sorry,
That's why I said it. You asked me what kind of parent would I be to my son, and the same one I would be to my daughter, the same one I am to my daughter. I give you the consequences. These are things that happen. They are consequences to our actions, but they are not intention. There is a difference. She did not intentionally go to get pregnant. Did she have unprotected sex? Yes. Or maybe she didn't. Maybe the condom broke. We don't know what happened. We wasn't in the room.
but she said, no, I'm not going to have sex. I
I
see that
know
in like
for me, my situation wasn't intentional. The condom broke. I got pregnant.
Mhm.
So you can't say how God is going to work things and how He going to move things.
Wasn't
It's
going to have
written
sex
anyway. It
though.
was meant for her to have that
And
baby,
I'm not saying
and so
she
she
might have.
did.
I'm not saying she misspoke or worse or nothing, but I know in the documentary she said she told her mom, "I'm not going to have sex." I don't know if she said I'm not the type
Who
of
is
girl.
going to tell? And then I need you to be use your
Hey,
logic right there. Who is
Desiree,
telling their mother?
Desiree,
I'm not telling my mother when I leave out the house to go fuck that I'm going to fuck.
Desiree.
Desiree
Crazy shit.
don't count. She's not a mother. She was a piece of shit mother. She didn't even raise her daughter.
Yep.
I'm talking about mothers. Obviously, her mother had a relationship. So she gonna turn to her mother like, "Mom, I'm getting ready to leave out and go fuck." Nobody says that.
But all right, so and
No
this is from
woman
a guy
says that
perspective.
to her mother.
All right, but this
Again,
is
that's another time where somebody should smack the fuck out of them for thinking that's cool.
all right. So here's a guy
I don't
question.
want to hear about I'm your mother, not your friend.
But that's a whole
So
nother
no,
angle.
she didn't tell her mother that she was going to get fucked. No, she didn't.
So my guy question, and this is based on everything we've been talking about. This is a guy question, a man question outside of what
All
women
right, go
talk
ahead.
about and
Spit it
everything.
out. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go,
Is
go,
it a
go.
thing that whether you're the mother, whether you're the daughter, there's things that you don't want other women to know about you, just as much as because I'm saying this in a certain way.
It's a lot of
With,
things I don't want other women to know.
yeah, but
I don't want her to know what I do in my bedroom. I don't want her to know what my man do to me in my bedroom, what
mhm,
kind of shit my man be doing.
mhm.
It's a lot of things that
Oh,
other women don't know. I just don't go out and give my information out. But again, that's putting everybody in the box. Stop putting everybody in the box. Everybody's
I'm
different. I got
asking
friends
from
who
a
would
male
go and
perspective.
tell the world about their shit.
Yeah,
You feel me? And then wonder why their nigga fucking their friend because you was running your mouth.
and that's what
So
I'm
it
asking
depends
from a
on the
male
purpose.
thing. And I'm not. It was just something funny that I'll be on. Well, yeah, I'll be honest. There are certain things that is said in a certain way that I know I'm not privy to. And that's why I like this documentary, because I keep saying this. It gave me an interesting insight that, like, really, this is one how you feel and all this stuff. But I'm like, oh, the space was good. That's why I like the documentary, because it gave me an insight to something that I'm like, I can kind of assume this, but I don't know. But this documentary gave me at least a half a step towards, like, oh, if it's a safe place and everybody's being honest and open, these are things that will be discussed.
I think for that particular situation, because that was what the panel was about, then they were open to be free about the things that they were being free about. But you don't just walk out every day and just have a conversation about your personal life. No. I'll be around enough people to be having conversations about my personal life. But again, this is the thing too, and this is whether you're a guy or a girl. Let me tell you something real quick. It don't matter what your gender is. If you go out there, you run your mouth too much, somebody is listening.
Everybody's listening.
And plotting on your spot.
Yeah.
And you could be a man, you could be a woman. It does not matter. Now, I will say, my last real relationship that I haven't had a relationship since him. That's a prime example of that. I mean, he didn't jump on it right after I left my ex-husband, but he jumped on it later. You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie. I had hooked him up with one of my friends, and she was running her mouth about his shit too. So I knew too much. He knew too much. People was running their mouths, and then we wound up being together for 5, going on 6 years.
Interesting. I will give you.
Shut your mouth. Stop running your mouth. Stop telling your business to everybody. I knew how he was putting it down. Although she wasn't saying he was putting it down. She was basically saying the opposite. Like, he did that too much. He did that too much. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, shit. Fuck, bitch.
All right, look.
But and then I'm quite sure my ex-husband was saying things to him, and he was like, "Oh, that shit kind of sexy." You feel me? It's certain things that we done had conversations about prior, and he's told me things, and I'm like, "Damn, how you know that?" But I know how he knows that. You feel me? Because people run their mouths too much. Now, don't nobody know what kind of relationship he and I had. You feel me? Because I wasn't going around talking about it because it's nobody's business but his and mine.
Okay.
But if you set up to go and sit down on a panel and you know what your subject matter is, then yes, then you're going to have these conversations. They didn't just come walking there one day and was just like, we just go ahead. No, they knew what they was there for. They shot at downtown Baltimore. They know exactly
I seen
what
the Micah Studios. No, I read everything because I want to be fully. I didn't know how much you said you watched it twice. I watched it
they
like
knew
3
what they
times.
were there for.
I have
So
my
that's
whole
why
notes,
they were so open.
but
that
I have to
explains why
be.
they were so open. Huh?
When you send it to me, I spent all day. I watched it 3 times. I have my notes, but I'm trying to be me in this with you. And it's like, I know how you could be when I say certain things.
How can
It's
I be
cool.
that? Because you, I know how you can be. You can be quite offensive, but how can I be?
Very standoffish.
Not standoffish. I'm just not going to sit and let somebody throw jabs every now and again. Like I don't see it or I can't tell it. Like I'm very, very observant and say little things that this is not true. I'm not going to stand for things that aren't true.
Do you think I throw jabs at you? And this is kind of outside of everything.
Yes, I do. Yes, I absolutely do. Yeah, I sure did.
What do I?
Mm.
This is weird.
Every now and again, you throw a zinger here and there. It ain't nothing I can't handle. I'm from Baltimore. I'm built for this shit. But yeah, you do.
Oh, there was a question about that too, by the way.
Every now and again, you'll say a thing, and I'll be like, "What?" Or you get mad. I'm not even mad. Why the fuck? Why are you saying I'm mad and I'm not mad at something? You assume a lot of things, and I think that's the problem that we have with you is that you assume I'm mad. I'm not. That's just the way I talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You did that the other day, and I was like, "What am I mad about? I'm not mad." You said that the other day. Literally, you could go back and watch footage of you saying that on camera.
I will go back and watch
it. Yeah,
it.
you said it. Maybe not yesterday. It was like last week sometime.
I never say you're mad.
Yes, you did, sir. Go back and watch the footage. I have it still. And I was like,
That well,
what am I mad about?
if
We
you have
having
it,
conversation.
if you
The
and
thing
this is
about me is, and I'm gonna tell you this right now and right here. That's what I keep telling you. Like the shit that you think I be upset about, I really don't be upset about it. Now, one thing that I always try to tell you is that I do try to keep the show to an hour.
Mhm.
I don't like going over.
Understood.
I know why I don't like going over, but that's my, you know, I mean, that's my business. This is the reason why this is my business. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. But I don't be mad about nothing. I don't really care if you have your opinion because this is an opinion based situation. But we're not always, I said this earlier in today's show, we're not always going to agree about everything. I have my own opinion and I like having my own opinion. And I will always have my own opinion. So that don't necessarily mean I'm mad or we just agree to disagree. That's it. That's
I'm
all.
agree with this. That's
People,
all I'm like, wait, I've never
well,
no, I know you're
having their opinion.
standoffish. That's the only thing I say. But that's all I want to say.
Yeah, I'm not standoffish. I give y'all, I'm very transparent. How am I standoffish? I'm
There's
giving
a
y'all who
difference.
I am every day. What's
And
standoffish about that?
all right, I appreciate everything you are. You are the type of woman that I like and appreciate.
I just say
And
what I
this just
feel. I speak my
and that's
mind.
fair and honest. But there's a thing of I never say you're and see now you fuck me up with that. 'Cause I'm like, no, I never said you're standoffish to me. Which I understand why, because I quote unquote
You did
virtually
say
know
it.
you a lot.
It's on camera. It's
All right,
on
well,
YouTube. You can
send me
go
the
back and
clip,
watch
send
it.
me the link, and we'll send me the
Nah,
clip.
you can go
But no,
find a clip. It's on YouTube. It's from last
that's
week.
why I said, oh,
And you
if
like,
it's
you like, I
real,
know how you always do that. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what you do. I'm gonna tell you what you do. You
what
always
I
do
do.
this. I know how you are. You don't know how I am. You met me online. You don't
Facts,
know how I am. You don't see me in my
facts,
everyday walk of life. You don't know how
facts.
kind I am to people. You don't know that my neighbor fell trying to take his trash out and he in his 70s. And I was the person that found him and picked him up. You don't know these things. So you don't know. You
Okay.
assume.
But I ask questions because there's the thing you hate that I ask
But
too many questions.
you don't get that much time to ask me questions.
I know
So
because
you
you
don't
gotta,
know. You assume.
I know.
That's all I'm getting at. You
And I'm
don't
fair with
know.
that.
You don't know who I am
All
when
right.
I walk
So,
out this
Cat,
door. One
so,
would assume that I walk out this door and I just be
all right.
fighting everybody. I don't have, my life is very
I don't know. I don't
peaceful.
think you fight everybody.
I
You
don't
avoid
have
people
no kind of beef with nobody.
except for the neighbor.
And
Let's
again,
leave
I
there.
say this all the time. I don't let people break my peace. If they
I
break my
was
peace, it ain't gonna be no argument. If you gonna get the fuck out of here because I'm
okay.
not doing that.
Yeah. I
It's not a
um,
standoffish. I just don't. I'm not doing certain shit, and I don't give a fuck if you do it or not. It's just not for me.
yeah. So
So what
even if
works for
because
you don't
you know the
necessarily
thing,
work for me.
hold up. This is drifting into some interesting conversation. I'm saying this with intent because the one thing I always like about you, like, no, I can't follow somebody unless they give me a logical plan. That's why I get the saying. I'm like, you don't really care if they give you a
That's
logical plan.
logic.
You just don't want to hear shit.
That's critical thinking. Why would you follow anybody if the plan don't sound like it makes sense?
So, what point did you hear the plan?
You just made a point about what I said. I don't follow nobody
I know this.
if the
I know.
plan don't
I
make
love
sense
it.
to
I love
me.
it. I love it.
That's
I
what
ain't
you
jumping,
said. I said, which is very much what I said. And I stand on that shit. 10
and
toes
I believe
down.
it.
I will
I
not
believe it.
follow.
It
I'm not
has.
a follower anyway. I'm a leader. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I lead by example by using logic. Now, if you come to me with a plan and the plan don't make no fucking sense, why would I follow it? That's
That's
like the
the
old
part.
saying, if your friend jump off the bridge, you gonna jump too. What the fuck I look like? No, I'm gonna push that bitch and keep walking.
Poor thing. Well, now
No,
you're a murderer. Now you're a murderer, but I get you. But no,
I
that's
might
the
be,
thing.
but what I'm
Just
not is
be who you
standoffish.
are.
I'm just not gonna do what it is that you want me to do because you want me to do it. I'm gonna do what it is the fuck that I want to do because that's what
Yes.
I want to do.
And that's the
That's
part
it.
I
I'm
love
not
because
standoffish.
it makes complete sense to me. But all right, I'm
Right?
sorry. Bring it back, Senator.
That's not a standoff thing though. That's just who I am as a person. Like it or love it, hate it or leave it. You know what I mean? I hate it and
Yeah.
leave it. I can't
You do
be
what you
anybody
want to
but who
do,
I am.
and who you are
I
is a
do and
yeah.
will. Yeah.
I know. But
I
no, I
can't
love it.
be nobody other than who I am. And I won't try to be anybody other than who I am.
Never do that. Never, ever, 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 ever.
I wouldn't. I don't even need you to tell, baby. I wouldn't. I don't even built like that.
I love it because it's funny. I say never ever. I don't
wouldn't.
need you to tell me. That's kind of the key point. I'm like, yeah, I can't. There's no compliment I can give. There's no nice shit I can say because no matter what, it is her way.
That's not a compliment. None of that is nice. Actually, that goes back to my point I was getting at. You say little shit, and then there's no compliment I can get. Let me tell you what you do. You gaslight. That's what that is. There's no compliment I can give you. Where the fuck was the compliment in that? There was no compliment. It was telling me all the things that you standoffish. Where's the compliment in that?
I believe
how am I supposed to be flattered by you telling me I'm standoffish?
That's the truth. I'm honoring your truth.
No, that's your perception. That's not the truth. I'm not standoffish. I'm on this camera 5 days a week. How am I standoffish? It's not the truth. It's your perception.
All right. So this is my perception.
I go out this door. I say hi to my neighbors. Hi. It's just except for that one bitch because I don't like her. But hey, how you doing? My neighbor's beeping me. Beep, beep, beep. Hey, how you doing?
Like
even people I don't know in this neighborhood speak to me. And I speak back. How am I standoffish?
That's being nice. That's being courteous. I understand
that. But if I was standoffish, I wouldn't give a fuck about being nice.
Nah,
see how that works?
Not true. Not true.
I wouldn't. No, yes, because it's me. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. And if it's me, then yes, the fuck that is how that goes. I don't speak to people I don't want to speak to.
You literally say, and I'm not trying to make this that, but
I'm literally telling you what the fuck it is. You can't debate what it is. That's your problem. You try to debate it. You literally said, no, this is what it is. If I was standoffish, I wouldn't go outside and speak to these people every day. If I was standoffish, you wouldn't be here right now. If I was standoffish,
what is standoffish?
It's a lot of things that would happen. I probably would never have. I mean, I don't got a man, but I do got friends I'm dating. I would never be doing that. That's not a standoffish type of thing. Now, do I like my solitude? I do, but that ain't got nothing to do with being standoffish. That has everything to do with my mental capacity.
All right.
That's not I'm not standoffish.
And
I'm not.
Honestly, new thing that you said, but here, this is how I was going to.
I what?
Couldn't hear you. That was the first time that I heard you say the mental capacity thing. Funny enough. But this is gonna give me
if I don't get my break from people, I'm going to kick somebody's ass. That's me being cognitive.
Yeah.
Not standoffish. That's me knowing what my limits are. My boundaries are. That's me knowing that. That don't have nothing to do with being standoffish. Okay. That's just boundaries.
All right.
And everybody should have boundaries.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Especially if it's something
everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are, man, woman, child. You need to have your boundaries because if you don't have boundaries, then people gonna walk all over you, and I'll be damned.
You can never let nobody walk all over you. Big facts.
I don't, and I won't. Ever.
Don't. Ever. For real.
And I won't.
Forever.
Not in life. Not in this life. No, I won't.
This you can call this a jab because I understand how you. So, what's next, Kat?
What you mean? What's next? What?
Wet Mart. Is there anything about the is there any other certain points about the I have a whole thing, but is there anything else about I'm sorry, son? I have my one last thing I want to say, unless you got something you want to say. And this
I'm not going to get into everything because again, I'm having them on the show as a guest. So I gotta save something for that show. I just wanted to get a little bit of what you gather from it, which is basically the same thing that I gathered from it.
Oh, okay. Did I say anything?
The same thing. Because you'll never agree with me. It's just you want somebody that's always going to agree with you, and you ain't gonna get that. I agree with what I agree with.
Agree with you.
No, you said that before too. That's also on camera, but I digress.
Let's go.
I do agree with a lot of things that you said, a lot of points you've made about this documentary. And don't try to rush me, Doc. You do that too a lot too when you
I
get
knew it was going to
irritated.
happen.
I see
That's
it.
the thing I was trying to see.
Because you do that shit. That's why you
Yes,
knew
I
it was
do.
going to happen. Because you do that a
Yes,
lot.
and I'm being
Don't do
honest.
that.
Yes,
And I'm gonna tell you why you can't do that. And I
why?
never wanted to say this. I never wanted to say these words out of my mouth. But I'm gonna tell you why you can't do that. This is like almost a house. And I be damned. I put mad niggas out of my house before. You feel me? Men that I was actually fucking out of my house. That's not something we do over here. Don't rush me into shit. It's my flow. Let me flow. You feel me? Don't
I agree.
try to push me in a direction. I'm good.
Agree.
I get there when I get there. You feel me? I know what I say. I know what I mean. I know how I feel. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I don't need nobody speaking for me. None of that shit. I'm a very verbal person. Do I look like I need somebody to speak for me
No.
on my behalf?
This is also the funny thing
don't.
that this is, and
I
I
don't.
thought we were done with it, but this is the thing that's always funny to me. I respect everything you're saying. It's just
But
that
yet you still do the same shit. So how do you respect everything I'm saying? You do that all the time. Like when you get tired of hearing what I gotta say, then you'll try and push. Well, what's next? You just did it.
yeah, because
I'm
the
not.
thing is
I was still
you
actually.
do
I
to
was still
me.
carrying on the conversation. But when you tired of hearing what I gotta say, then you'll push me to. Well,
Oh
what's
no,
next?
it's not I'm
Nah,
tired of hearing.
we going to do it the
It's
way
just
I
that
want to do it. How long I
yes,
want to take, and that's
yes,
how I go.
yes.
That's
But
it.
it's really
So
funny
if I
because
want to take 5 years to talk about this one thing, then that's what I'm gonna do.
and I agree, but I know you don't want to because you're doing this.
No, you don't know what
Like
I
I said,
want. You don't have no clue what I want. You assume you know what I want.
but I could
That
ask,
goes
what do you
back to
want?
the
What do
assumption.
you?
Stop assuming shit.
I
Just
don't
let
want
it
to.
flow.
All right, cool. This is funny shit.
Let it
I'm not a person
flow.
to assume things because I ask questions. Because I'll be like,
No, you assume shit too.
yeah, I
You
do
just
both,
said it.
but I
I
will
know
ask
you
for
don't want to.
confirmation
How do you know that? Are you
because
in
I
here? That's
no
an assumption. Are you in here? I
patterns.
want to finish getting my point across. That's what I want to do.
All right, let's go.
That's what I want to do. You don't know what I want to do. So
I
don't
was,
do that. Like,
I was trying to ask. I was trying to ask.
I'm good on my own thoughts. I like thinking for myself. It's fun. That's why I walk a lot because it's fun. That's why it's not a workout thing. It's actually a therapy thing. It's fun. I think a lot. I'm an overthinker. I'm a Libra. It's in my soul to be an overthinker. So I think about a lot of things.
What is the Pisces
But
in there? Well, sorry, we can talk about that later.
a Pisces, I don't know.
No,
They
just skip
fish.
over that. Skip over that. Go back.
They
Libra.
fish. I don't give a fuck because let me tell you about me and Pisces, boy.
What's that?
That's first episode of Cattails is about a Pisces.
Damn it.
Second is about a Pisces also. So yeah, it don't really bother me too much. But I like everybody. I don't give a fuck what sign it is. It's just in me to say what it is that I feel like saying. It's just, and I don't care if you're a Pisces, a Leo, a fucking Cancer. I just say what I feel like saying. Period. And I do what I want to do. Period. Um, that's what it is. But yeah, I'm very much an overthinker though. I think about a lot of things. My mind is working right now. We talking about this, but it's other things I'm thinking about right now. I got a podcast, I got a help plan. It's a whole bunch of shit on my mind. So yeah, I don't need nobody thinking for me. I got this. Um, but it is time for me to get to this. Oh, we got our first inquiries. Before I get to that, we got our first inquiries about dang, what's popping? Okay. We got our first inquiries about is multiple about the music curation product that we offer now. So I'm happy about that. And then lead bookkeeping is getting noticed. Labor lead bookkeeping is popping right now. It's popping. I like it. Okay, give me some good birthday vibes. Um, but yeah, that's going on right now. But it is time to get to these love notes. Anybody watching for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Rumble, didn't forget you today. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this podcast. It get a little crazy over here, but that's the whole fun part about it. Like nobody wants it to be all conformative, or like nobody wants to follow everybody else's flow and how they do things, because then it's like, what are we watching here? Like, watching the same thing, we just switching different channels and watching the same thing. I want it to be authentic to this podcast and what we do over here. Fuck everybody. I mean, in my competition, I pay attention, but fuck them. It's what we do here. It's the vibe that we give here, and that's what it is. Um, so thank you for enjoying the craziness that is Ambitiously the podcast. I appreciate you for watching. I thank you so much, much love. But it's about time for me to give out some other kind of love. Um, the song is coming. I want to sing the love boat, but it's coming. Um, this love is for the people because it's somebody else's song. I can't sing that to this. I'm gonna get it though. But it is time for the love notes. Um,
Notice
these
how this one
people,
gonna go.
huh?
No, I'm
What you
doing a
say?
jab. I'm gonna tell you, I'm doing a jab. I said,
I'm not.
let's
I'm
see
not
how
for
this
all that
one.
tonight, Doc.
I
I'm
know. All right.
still
All
sick.
right. All
I
right.
don't feel like it. All
All
right,
right.
I
Well, that's
don't.
the situation.
I'm here. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but no, no, no. Um, now I'm trying to get through this so we can do. And it's Wednesday. I got responsibilities, and I gotta get ready for school. Don't have time for that. Anyway, these people come from wide and far, across seas, across the pond, all over the world to listen to this podcast, and I love them so much for their loyalty and their dedication. They're the reason why I keep going, because they keep coming in abundance. The numbers is real over there. Fuck everybody. I mean, well, no, I ain't gonna say fuck everybody else, but they are the reason why I initially kept going with this podcasting thing. I could have stopped after quarantine was over, but I didn't. Still here. Um, and I did start it because we were in quarantine. But now I'm just in love with the things that I do, and so I'm in love with these people because they come and they're dedicated listeners, and they definitely hold it down and listen to the show. So I love you, and so I'm sending you love notes. How did we come up with the name Love Notes? I used to call it Love. Doc used to call it Show Notes, and then we used to bicker like how y'all heard us bicker. We do this all the time. This is nothing. We bickered, we went back and forth, and then finally, eventually, we came to the compromise. And why did we come to the compromise? Because there's no love without compromise. And now we call it Love Notes. Doc also said I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I'm just here to say, no, I did not. But, let him tell it I did. It was a lot of papers, but in all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, countries, and territories on those papers. So we had to condense it down, and now we only do the country. And no, we do not do all of those things anymore. Now we just do the countries, and no more papers. Now we just got this. my cup of tea. I'm so mad. Support means a lot to me, and I just want to thank y'all so much for supporting the show, listening, downloading, because you gotta download it to listen. So I just thank you so much for coming and downloading the show and taking a gander at what we got going on over here. There's much more to come. Sports, freaking more music. It's a lot going on. So I'm grateful. Thank you. And I'm trying to make it a point to bring y'all more content than just the content that I deliver. I want it to be a variety of content. This is why we're doing the network in the first place. So thank you for the love. Let's see what Doc has said. I want some medicine. I gotta get it after this stuff. This is ridiculous. I love September, my favorite month of the year because it is my birthday month, but horrible because the weather changes and I gotta deal with all of this. It's crazy. It's nuts. Doc has said, top flight, catch the vibes. Mothers are appreciated, love, and provide life. Protect them. Would you not you would not be here without them, mom. On period, man. But at the same time, everybody, we need y'all too. Cause that's what makes our lives what it makes. Like I couldn't imagine not having my daughter. Like I, I couldn't imagine. Like I said all the time. I know I had a life before her because I totally did. I was I was outside. I was outside. But once she got here, it was like, all right, sit your punk ass down and be a mom. And so we love y'all, man. Y'all greatly appreciate it. You guys are the most amazing ever. And don't let nobody tell y'all not, because y'all are. Your mom will tell you that if she a good mom. If she a piece of shit mom, then she'll probably tell you, get the fuck out of my face. But I'm not that kind of mom. What? Go ahead, Doc. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Because you're making a lot of faces right now, and we see them. Go ahead.
Tony, Tony, Tony
I can't
said.
hear you.
What, you can hear me? You hear me now?
No, move the mic.
Hello,
That
hello,
what you were
hello.
saying? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Tony, when you just said that, it triggered me back to when there was the one dude on the panel. He said,
I
"I was
spoke about him earlier. That's the
yes."
gentleman who was the
He
second youngest.
sacrificed. Yeah, he sacrificed everything he did because, and I never forget because I get it. His mom told him some shit he didn't even want to repeat. He left
Man.
his dream
Again, he said
to
his
go.
mother said a lot, but again, I don't want to give up too much because I want them to go watch the film. They need
Yes,
them
go watch it.
streams. So go watch the film. The link is
As a
in the comments. I will put it back on the screen. I need y'all to go watch it. Like it's a
yes,
good film, so go watch it.
yeah.
I'm trying to help them
Dude,
get
if you a
views.
guy, if you a black male that's here to listen to this, wherever you are in the world, because go watch it. It's very American. If you across the world, because we see,
It's very
go watch it.
Baltimorean because all of these people came from Baltimore. It's a
I
whole thing.
look. I didn't want to bring that up, but
No,
I
I'm
said
gonna
one
bring it
thing.
up because I'm from Baltimore. I can. It's very Baltimore.
I had somebody.
Like
I
it's
want
very
to say that.
Baltimore. This is probably 95% of the stories in Baltimore. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that's why it's a very important story to tell. Stories to be told because
Yes,
a lot of them stories reflect upon a lot of other people here in Baltimore. That's how
I
life
have.
is.
I have notes, and that's why I was trying to figure out like how's Cat gonna do this. But I have.
We were just going to talk about the documentary. I just don't want to give up too much because I want them to go watch the freaking documentary. And then we'll have, like, you always got more time because, again, he's coming on the freaking show. You know what I'm saying? We got time. We got time. We got space and not nothing but space and opportunity and time because he's going to be on the show. And then you can speak to the person who was responsible for shooting this wonderful documentary.
I email you after this because I don't know how you want me to do that, but it's kind of interesting.
How do you what? Ask your questions to him.
Yeah,
It's not
this is like
complicated. You're not gonna be on camera, so you act like you do, like you've been doing.
oh, that's what I was just trying to understand. Like, is it on cam? Is
It's
it
just gonna
just
be
phone call in?
him
All
and
right.
I. So you can just
Oh
ask
yeah,
your
yeah.
questions in the comments.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like I'm not gonna have like a whole bunch of people on the camera because it's more than one person. It's actually two directors. and they
Behind the
also
scenes shit, behind
with
the
the
scenes shit. I get it.
executive producers and all of that stuff. And I want to have time to ask them questions about my questions I have for them because they made the documentary. I did not. So it is what it is. But nah, we just gonna do it the normal way that we've been doing stuff. Like when I have a guest on, nothing different. You feel me? They've been on the show before, actually, twice. Once for a panel and once to sit down and talk about um a series that they have also. So they've been here before, but this is just a whole
I,
other.
I'm not through Abishli's history in the podcast YouTube videos yet.
Yeah, they've been on here twice already. They're called and I've advertised them from time to time too. They're called majestic behavior. Um, so every now and again, some stuff will float through that has something to do with them. So that's not their first time on the show. So it'll flow. It'll flow like I need to flow. Um, let's see. Doc has said, "We worldwide Earth don't go on without women." Tell me I'm lying. No, it don't. Nah, it don't go on without neither one. I get tired of everybody just like, oh well, if it wasn't for the woman or if it wasn't for the man, to be honest, if the man don't nut at the woman, ain't no baby coming out of it.
Tell me I'm lying.
So don't we need both? I get tired of that gender. I'm not one of them type of people that be like, man, woman. No, everybody's fucked up. No, everybody's needed.
Put that
If
on your
you
list.
don't nut in a woman, she never gonna get pregnant. You never gonna have children.
Put that on your list of a wet and wired Wednesday somewhere down the future line because we need to talk about this. Me and you, particularly. I think.
What
I'm
the gender baiting? I don't do why I don't do that because everybody's fucked up, and I need everybody to stop thinking they so fucking perfect and they not. He fucked
nobody's
up. She
perfect.
fucked up. But guess what? We gonna be all right. That's what it
No,
boiled down to. Sorry, Kendra popped that real quick.
it's not
He
enough.
popping my head. He popping my head from time to time. But I mean, honestly,
It's
why
not enough.
not? He be saying some prophetic shit. But like nigga, a dot, can I get a drop? I'm like nigga, nah. Like
Look,
that age so wow. Sorry.
oh, you know the fuck with me? I cut my grandma off and she don't agree what I'm saying. That's the shit that fucked
Shit,
me because I'm an asshole like
I
that.
cut my grandma off.
And she
Anybody can get a nigga. If my grandma can get it, you can get it too. See what I'm saying? He just be saying stuff and he'd be like,
no,
yup,
that's
I
how I be
feel
feeling.
you.
I cut my grandma off. She don't agree what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
you. I cut everybody off. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I love it. Sorry, my bad. My bad, y'all. Kendrick be popping in my head from time to time, and I can't stop it. It just come out. Like, and he said, nigga, I'm fucked up, nigga. You fucked up, nigga. But we gonna be all right. I heard that today. So you know what I mean? Like, it's like I don't do the gender baiting because like I don't feel that way. You feel me? So why should I have to go in that direction? That's like somebody saying you got 1, 2, 3, 4, pick one. You gotta pick one. Why do I gotta pick one? Why I can't have them all? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your favorite rapper is why I can't like all of the rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man,
nah, don't put me in the fucking box.
that's it.
I don't
We,
feel that way. I don't feel like
I
Tierra is
know.
right for changing her son last name. That's some foul shit.
Yeah.
If you wrong, you wrong. I don't be like, well, a man and a woman. No, if you don't nut in her, she ain't gonna get pregnant. Well, immaculate conception, but that only happened for
All right.
Yeshua. That didn't
Yes,
happen
yes, yes,
for
yes, well, yes.
regular
Apparently.
everyday women. That just happened in that one particular case. But all other cases, you got a nut in her for her to get pregnant, and bam, now it's a baby.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. These are conversations that I think would
I ain't
be
doing
super
all of
crazy,
that
but I'm
because
all
fuck
right.
that. A
You
lot
see,
of niggas be using that shit, and it be like, nigga, you know you the daddy. No, you know you the daddy. It be a lot of
oh,
situations where they not the daddy because Maury done proved that. But a lot of these niggas that be using that shit, be knowing they the daddy.
There was a key thing that
And
they
then a
said.
lot of them cases on Maury where they be like, "Mama's baby, Papa's maybe," and then you are the father. Now they like, oh, see what I'm saying? Like you don't know what that's going. Yeah, shut up.
This is
That's so
something that
stupid.
happened in the discussion that it was said. I think it was a hit. I think it was a code that I could. Oh wait, I've heard something like this before. Because there was one lady, and this is the documentary that said something that was kind of interesting to me. I'm like,
Doc, stop giving out too much information
right.
about the documentary. I know it was good, and I know, but we gotta
I,
save some for when they
I thought it
come.
was dope as hell. I'm coming through. I got questions. Like, would you say dot dot dot?
Yeah, so save it for the people who made the film. I didn't
I
make it;
am.
they
I am.
made it.
I am. But
But
yeah,
at the end of the day, I just don't do that. Woman, man, no, motherfucker. We all need each other. This world do not function without either one of us. I don't like women. I like men. So my coos can't get satisfied unless the man around. See how that go?
yes,
Like it's
but
we need each other.
fuck up. Let me
We
see.
ain't gotta be like, well, you a woman, you a man, so duh, duh, duh. No, we need each other. All we need is love. Damn, why you keep making me go back to the Beatles? Anyway, y'all, I don't wanna get your little cheap followers. I like my followers to be organic. So
Facts.
you can stop with the bullshit. I know everybody. Well, you can do that. Listen, I don't like my shit organic because then at least I know they coming for real, for what I'm really delivering and not some fake ass bullshit. I don't want no bots.
Perfect.
I leave that for Kendrick and Drake.
Wait, why don't I hear you? Oh, I thought something that I did. I was like, what the fuck did I do? I'm looking around. I'm like, wait. You talking about Drake? Drake is mad at you apparently somewhere somehow. I don't know yet. That's the problem. Jesus Christ. Oh, no, here we go. Look, I know. I ain't got gorillas, but still.
My bad. I had to bring myself back. I need to breathe. I can't be out here not breathing. I need to breathe. Um, but anyway, let me say these things real quick because we got some things we gotta get out the way. Listen, you can always join the conversation, whether you agree, disagree. I don't care. I want your opinion anyway. I don't, and you gotta be okay with me giving you mine. That's it. That's how we get down over here. Everything ain't gonna be everybody agree on shit. That'd be boring as fuck. But join the conversation. You can do that by calling in. The number is 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. Listen, you can call in, you can text. You call in, you'll be live on air. If you text, we will read your text message out loud. If you drop a comment on the screen, as you can see, we just did it with Dot, we will read that out loud and show it on the screen. We will. Yes. Listen, I'm not going to show you all the many ways you can contact me, but there are a million. But I will say, if you want a little nudge, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com, or you can just go over to our website, fill out the form, and I'll hit you up. www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. Why are you over there until the network gets here anyway? Join the coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations, and I could cuss whatever the fuck I feel like it, because I do what I want to do. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I
Love it,
do what I
love it.
want to do.
I know.
Yeah. I'm a rebel. I don't know if it's without a cause or with a cause, but I'm a rebel. Fuck that shit. Um, yeah, it feel good just to say that. You don't know. It feel good in my soul just to be like, I'm a fucking rebel. Y'all don't
What
know.
are the cause though? I'm supposed to be
I don't
quiet.
know if I got a cause or if I don't got a cause. I kind of do got a cause, but then I
Another
don't
cause.
got a cause too. It's a confusing state of being. Let me be confused. Advance, thank you for the love. Oh man, listen, let me be confused sometimes. Sometimes I need to be in my confused state of being. I'm a rebel with and without a cause, because we don't even know why I'm all hostile right now. I'm choosing violence today.
No, I get it. I know why. But in order,
Kendrick said,
I'm gonna be quiet.
sometimes we
Hold on.
gotta choose violence. I'm choosing violence today. Listen, much love to our residential DJ Rukazi. We love him. I just got an email from him a text message from him earlier. Let me know that the mix is getting done tonight, and I will have it by the morning. So make sure you tune in on Fire Friday so you can get some of that real quick, some of that work. And you only get 30 minutes. So don't be giving me attitude after the 30 minutes is done. You want to hear the full mix, you need to go your ass over there to the radio station. Go to www.ambitiouslyent.com and hit the radio tab. Well, you don't even got to do that. You can just scroll up and down the screen. There's two different options for you to get to the radio station. Just go there. Shit. Two. It's the one that say listen now, and the other one just got a play button. You just hit the play button, and guess what? You listening to the radio station. I made it really easy. I did. My own hands did that. I made it real easy. That coding, man. That coding. But anyway, big shout out to DJ Ruth Casey. Check out our other website, www. All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Papa, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you singing too. I hear you singing too.
All right, let me see what's happening.
Hold on,
Wait,
what?
wait, wait.
Hold on,
I
what?
think it's starting to happen.
What? Oh, I just
Anyway,
I
I
checked
don't know if y'all can
YouTube.
hear me. It's probably faint, but there's some
It
things
was
going
clear.
on over on this other computer. I'm coming back in though. 1 second.
Did I do it
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Did I do it right this time?
All right, now I'm back in here. Listen, I always got a backup camera just in case this happens, and it's on the other computer. I'm looking at two screens, not one, that have the actual studio, and then there's like two other screens down here. So when it happens, I'll be seeing it. I know what's happening. I can see it with my own eyes, but um, I have for the reason, the purpose of that happening. I do have another camera. That's why you were able to see me. But I was trying to fix this camera over here. But anyway, yeah, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's about to storm again. I don't know because it's weird. But anyway, um, now it's time for me to say, hold on, I got to blow my nose again. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I got icky nose. Hold on.
All right. If anybody want to know, Ambitiously the podcast is expanding, is growing big. Wait, you just told me I shouldn't talk through the shit that I shouldn't talk through to fill in the
Nah,
blanks.
I told you to stop thinking. Never mind. I'm not doing that tonight, and I don't feel like it. And I think I said that already because I'm dealing with stuff. I don't feel like it. And you think it's funny, but it's really I'm not there. Not tonight.
Okay. All right.
I'm not. So this is why I'm about to say the things that I'm about to say real quick, right? Me blowing my nose only take a second, dog. They ain't gonna die because I'm blowing my nose. Um, that's why we definitely gotta talk. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. Sometimes you need to mind the business that pays you, right? Except for Media Mondays where I tell is that a tripod? Where I tell everybody's business. I've been looking for tripods. Where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy and I want you to be nosy with me because it's fun. I enjoy it very much. Um, Tap in, I try not to, but sometimes it's warranted. Not intentional, but warranted. Sometimes things happen. Shit happens. Uh, Wiretap, if you have a court case and you're despicable, disgusting, foul, depraved, heinous, sinister, diabolical, dumbass, stupid, idiot, um, I don't got no more. Go ahead, Doc. What else you got?
You could be corrupt, perverted, immoral. You could be contaminated, debased, menacing, threatening. Fuck it, I'll make it quick. Last one for me is insidious.
I'm tired of people, man. And you can be all of those things. If you are all of those things and you have a court case and I can pull it, which I can, because I'm pretty good at that type of thing. I'll find it, I'll pull it, and we will read it. So don't be any of those things. Um, Wet and Wired. This one wasn't so much about our. Well, I don't know. I guess I told some of my business as a mom. But
My business is
basically,
son. I'm supposed to be quiet.
uh, what you said?
I said I told business as a son too, though.
Yeah, so we kind of did tell our business. I was trying to like, did we? Normally, it's more of our business on the Wet and White Wednesday. I just wasn't sure how much business we told, but we kind of did tell our business today. So yeah, it's more our business because the way I feel is this: it's not fair for us to be out here telling everybody else's business and not tell a little bit of our own. Cattails is coming. Actually, I'm waiting because of the network. I'm gonna air it on there actually, because there's a lot of cussing on there. Um, That will be airing on the network. But when it does air, just know this, and the network comes in a week and a half, y'all. We working. Um, I'll show you how much we working, so you know we working. But anyway, if you make it onto there, I'm just gonna say this to you. Nobody has to know. Nobody knows it's you. Oh, I don't got that on here. That's my stuff. Oh, yes, I do got it on here. Nobody has to know. The only reason why they would know is if you run your mouth. Shut up. Well, nobody knows. Stupid ass. And then, or if you run your mouth, or you approach me about it, because then I'm airing you out. I am, because you shouldn't have came and said nothing to me about nothing. I'm not that chick. I'm not the approachable type. And then whatever happens in person happens, and then I'm still gonna air your ass out. I don't give a fuck. Don't. But yeah, don't say nothing. You don't gotta worry about nothing. What you say, Doc?
Hit dogs, we'll holler.
Yeah, holla, bitch. Holla, bitch. Sorry. Listen, let me show y'all something real quick. If I could get it in there. It's being disrespectful right now. But nah, it's just not in the studio right here. You know, hold up, I'll be right back. Yeah, coming. We working. We working. We working. Doing some things. It's happening. So just be ready for that. But yeah, Cattails will air on there versus YouTube and the Rumble thing. Well, I probably could have did good on Rumble because I have no censorship on Rumble, but YouTube be on some bullshit. So life making executive decisions over here. And so yeah, that's one decision that has been made because I just get tired of the stuff. I get tired of the emails telling me that I can't do this, I can't do that. I got copyright infringement over here. I'm banned in this country. I'm banned in that country. I'm tired of it. That will not happen anymore. That happened to me today. I got an email today about this shit. Tired of it. Anyway, but yeah, that's that. Mind your business. Just mind your business. Best way to live your life. Very safe way to live your life. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Today's episode is a prime example of what I'll be saying about that shit. You got your good moms, you got your bad moms, you got your in between moms, you got your confused moms, you got your everything moms. But what you do know is they all single moms, and life ain't
No.
easy for them. Well, listen, Doc, I'm not about to do that right now. You want to keep debating and shit. I'm not doing that right now. Didn't I just say I wanted to end the show? We already 2 hours over. I'm trying to upload the show on
Right.
platforms so it can be heard.
You made me watch it. I was triggered.
YouTube is not my end all be all. All right. Um. So whatever. I didn't even get my rocks off. You know. Stop. Let me finish my point. Anyway, love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, have their backs. I don't care how old they turn, like how old they are. Just have their backs regardless. They need that love, support, commitment, dedication, and loyalty of their parent. They need that. They need that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need that. If they want to work for NASA, it's going to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASA. I don't know. I've never worked there. What I do know is get yourself a telescope, a good one, not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows, but you perv. Get a good one. Might require a little bit of assembly. It comes with lenses, scopes, beams, and some of them with apps. High night, y'all. And then go outside and discover some shit with your kid. You might discover an asteroid, a comet, a meteor. I hope they're all going past you, not coming towards you. That's scary. A planet that's not a planet anymore, but it was a planet. It was a planet when I had to build my solar system. Fuck them, it's still a planet. Or maybe a UFO. But if by chance you do come across a UFO, this message is not necessarily for you, but the beings that's going to beam you up or down. I don't know which way it goes anymore. So With that being said, here's the message. I do not want to be beamed up or down. I do not want to be probed. Unless you got a place that's way better than this place that I'm already on, leave me the fuck alone. I do got a neighbor that you can come pluck though, but just leave me alone. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell me about NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, engineer, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. What I do know is they got a need for speed, and at one point in time, the muscle car was king, baby. And the muscle car, in my opinion, will always be king. They said put that pedal to the metal. They wasn't talking about this fiberglass bullshit y'all on right now. They was talking about the muscle cars. But whatever the case may be, just have their backs, encourage them, be there for them. And that's, you know what I mean? It is now time for, hold on, let me get right. Your fair warning. It's very important that I give these fair warnings. And you're going to understand in a minute. But let me get to it.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying may, because it is. It's definitely going to contain some explicit language. Like stay the fuck in your lane, my lane, not the same. Your lane is over there. If I choose to let you get over, then that's cool. But otherwise, stay the fuck in your lane. Your lane is your fucking lane. My lane is my lane. You jump in my lane, you gonna get something that you do not want, nor you probably will you like it, but I don't give a shit because I don't give a shit. Um, but you're gonna get something that you do not like, and it's your fault anyway, because ain't nobody tell you bring your stupid ass over here in my lane in the first place. You're gonna get something that you will not like. Do not break the glass, do not push the button, because when you do, you get her, and she is not nice, sweet, kind, nor cuddly, and never told you she was. Never told you she was a sweetheart. Never will I tell you she's a sweetheart. Because she's not at all. But she is. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. And when you get her, baby, when you give her, you get a 2-for-1 special. You get a big purr, bitches, a big purr. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A big purr. You get the 2-for-1 special. You get them two, you should be alright. You get the other one, and you like, what the fuck happened? But it's your fault because I told you to fucking leave her alone. You didn't listen. So whose fault is it? Yours. Um, yeah. Plus, what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Doc. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for we. So just stay in your fucking lane and everything's calm, cool, and collected. Everything's copacetic. Stay in your fucking lane. Stay in your fucking lane. That's it. You gotta learn to read the room and learn to stay in your fucking lane. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Why? Because every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Somebody said that. I was watching some shit earlier today, and they said this about Petty Boost, and I was like, I'm just saying, which is, he didn't know how to fucking pick the battles wisely. Instead of picking the battle, he should have picked the war. Which I say this every fucking day. Pick the war. Fuck the battle. The battle ain't going to get you nothing but your little feelings hurt. Look at him. Prime example. Feelings hurt everywhere because he kept picking the battle instead of the war. Um, and he lied. He lied so bad. He said he studied hip hop battles for a living. I swear he would be broke if that was the case. He'd be broke as hell. He would not have no money if that's what he did. Plus, Mobb Deep told you a long time ago that there's a war going on outside, that no man is safe from it. And they said you can run Petty Boots, but you can't have forever in these streets that we done took. Baby Caligula, little boots. They said you walking with your head down, scared to look. They said, bitch, Drake, you shook, cause ain't no such thing as motherfucking halfway crooks. You scared to death, you scared to look. Mama say, mama sigh, mamaku sigh. Meditation needed sometimes. Mama say, worry about the war. Fuck the battle. I be telling y'all this shit with the intention that y'all gonna live a great life after you take heed to some of the things I say. You don't gotta take heed to everything, just some. Try to help you out. Like the other thing, be you, be amazingly you, be authentically you, be wonderfully you, but you be you. Even if they say they hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, and the way that you dress, DMX said it first. I need that to be known. DMX said it first. Even if they say all of that, two things you don't worry about too much because just the way you walk and the way you dress. Like fuck, being a weird walking, weird dressing weirdo, because that's what makes you you. But the talking thing you can help. Don't be up in court running your mouth about shit you did, you engaged in. That's stupid. And then trying to sue a motherfucker. And don't be making up fake ass accents like you from these places. You're not Jamaican, nor are you British, or whatever else you be making up. Trying to be. You're not from Atlanta. You're not from Cali. You're not from Texas. You're not from none of these places. Just talk like a Canadian. Brody. Shit. Sorry. My bad. I'm on this tangent. I gotta bring it back in. Bring it back in. Remember, what you eat don't make them shit, and what they eat don't make you shit either. So, fuck that, Cody. Talk like a Canadian, okay? Uh, yeah. Listen, you can't make people happy. You'll never be able to make people happy. This is why I don't try to make people happy because you can't do it. You can't. It's impossible. Happiness starts within. So if they're not happy within themselves internally, they're never going to be happy. Even if you spread your little happy juice over the airway. That sounds something perverted, but even if you spread, even if you sprinkle your little happy juice over there, and see, that's what I'm saying. See, you don't make it no better. Even if you sprinkle your little listen, you make it no better. Listen, even if you sprinkle your happy juice, I couldn't even get it out over in their direction. You still not going to make them happy if they not happy with that. Shit, I couldn't get that out. You did too much. You did too much. You did too much. You did too much. Oh, shit. You came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself, baby. Even if you are a twin, unless you're that other kind of twin that I don't like to speak on because I'm not a doctor and I don't try to give expertise that I don't have. Okay, um, but you came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself. And listen, no matter how much you try to fix whatever it is their issue is, this is why I don't do that here either. Like you're not gonna fix it because they'll find something else to nitpick about and cry and whine and complain about. And fuck that shit. Misery is she love company, and I don't know why y'all like hanging out with that silly bitch, but I'll be like, not I said the cat. I'm not going. I don't want to hang out with a miserable bitch. I don't. So you and that bitch can go ahead about y'all business. Don't bring that shit over here. Don't bring it over here. Stay the fuck away from me with the miserable shit. Um, and then lastly, dream big, dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe, and then jump into a whole nother dimension. And then remember, no matter what they say, no matter how much they hate, no matter what they do, no matter what, you can do it anyway. Fuck them. Who are they to tell you that you can't do it? Only person that can stop you from being successful at what it is that you want to do is yourself. So fuck them. That's how I feel about that. Fuck them. The only person stopping you from doing something great is yourself. Nobody else can stop that. Uh, and then once you realize the dream and visualize the dream, plan and execute, and that's how it's gonna happen. You put in the hard work. That's how it happens. That's it. Put in the hard work, and it'll come. What they say, fill the dreams. If you build it, they will come. So, hi, we gotta get out of here. I got trash to go collect and take to the front. Doc, I'm quite sure you do too.
Yes, I
Thank
do.
you for being here. Another lovely evening. And I gotta blow my nose, and I'm just tired of doing it on camera because it look crazy. But thanks for another lovely evening. Don't let the debates get you twisted. I'm not mad. Okay. I don't have no feeling, I don't harbor no kind of feelings about nothing. I really don't.
I'm not one of those.
Somebody said that I'm nonchalant, and I might be. I might gotta
No,
agree with that.
you're not nonchalant. I see. Me and you trigger each other for ways we talk about things, and I understand it. And I'm gonna be the person to say it first. It's like, well, who said that who like each other first? I'm the person. You're not nonchalant to me. I get what you're saying. There are things that
Oh, nigga want me to kill him. Yeah, bitch, I was waiting. I've been waiting all day for that. Sorry, my bad. You know what
but
time
no,
it
you
is.
spraying something else now. You don't got the bat and it's not the Clorox bottle. And I remember
Oh no, I
you
got
actually
that
got a
too. I got everything.
look. I clipped look,
I
maybe a
got it
week
all.
ago, 2 weeks ago.
And that bitch dead. I'm sorry.
There's
It
a
was a
video
big
I
one
clipped
too.
when I thought it was funny today. I went to war and I clipped it and I time stamped it. If you have not seen that, it is you saying I went to war. I'm like, I get her. But
I go
what
to
else do you
war with
think?
all things that
Damn.
interrupt
All
my
right.
peace. I do.
Yeah.
And I will. And
And
I
I'm gonna say
did.
this last
And I
thing.
won. And
No,
I won.
I'm gonna say this last thing, and I mean this with all my heart and everything else. I get when you say there's a thing that you want to be in, but I also understand when you say, no, I gotta fight for everything and I mean everything I say. I respect both of those.
I,
But thank you for
huh?
having me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm always going to do that though. I'm a warrior.
It's hard to
A
fight when there's
queen
no wars.
warrior.
There's a hard
I'm
to
a
fight when
queen
there's no
warrior.
wars. There's hard to
Listen,
fight when there's no wars.
I fought the battle. I'm always worried about the war. I say that
And,
every night.
damn it.
I say
We
that
need
every night. No, that's what it is. We don't need to anything. That's what it is.
and then when you say that, do
Fuck
you not
the
understand? Like,
battles.
oh, I
I'm here
respect
to
you.
win the war.
But what if there's no war? What are you winning?
There's always a war.
And you basically have, which I respect, and we can end this
There's
conversation.
always a
Thank
war
you for
that
having.
you fighting in some form of fashion, whether it's mentally, physically. There's always a fucking war. Don't ever
Yeah,
go through life thinking it's not a war. You go to
no,
war with people who don't believe nothing that you say. When you say you're going to do something, they be like, "Nah, you're not going to do it," and you do it anyway. That's a war you fighting. It ain't necessarily a you going to die war. You just fight wars every day. That's just what it is. I fight a war every day. I'm in here fighting crickets right now. We at war.
no, I know. That's why I clicked it because you said it with passion. I remember that because it's been a build up to the war that I recognize. But in due respect and with understanding,
That nigga was big. Sorry. He like this
see,
big.
this
He
is
had to
funny because
die.
like me and you, and then all right, Kat, thank
He
you for
had to
having me.
die. He was big.
Kat, thank you for having me.
I was waiting. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I went to war just now, and I just need to
Okay,
bask in
this
my glory.
I've been heard this and told this, and I clipped the anyway.
Listen, I had to bask in my glory.
The ambassador your glory,
I am right
and
now
I will
at
honor
this
that.
very moment. He was big, so he had to
So,
go.
and this
Anyway, y'all, I love y'all so much. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. If you do get in trouble, make sure you have a hell of a lawyer because you're gonna need them. Um,
what?
I don't know what y'all got planned for the rest of the evening, but what I will say is this: um, just be easy, man. Take it easy. Don't let nobody stress you out. Stand on the shit you say
Facts,
and see what you mean. You feel me?
facts.
And that's that, yo. And with that being said, we gotta get the hell out of here. I might got some more crickets to find to kill. I meant to feed him to my. I can't feed him to him now. Not Napoleon. Who's Napoleon? Me? Are you calling me Napoleon?
Oh, you finally that was super long ago about fighting wars and battles and shit. That's old. You won't remember
Oh,
anything that had to do with
Napoleon
having.
fought them all. At the end
And
of the
did
day, it
Napoleon
was the
lose?
battle that kicked his
Yeah,
ass.
but
Because he
I agree
wasn't
with
fighting the war, he was fighting the battle. Uh, but yeah, I just say that. I'm like, who Napoleon who? What? I ain't short. I ain't little. I'm 5'7.5". That's pretty tall for a girl. But anyway, y'all, we gotta get up out of here. We'll see y'all on Friday. Well, I will be posting a video tomorrow, a blueprint video, but we will see you live on Friday. So make sure you tune in. And yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. We gotta get up out of here, y'all. We got responsibilities. Good night. Bye. Bye.
Oh,